baby, we got a big one today, so I want to jump right in so we can get into one of my favorite things to do on this channel, and that is bring to you guys a new to me small batch beard product company made in America that I don't think many of you have tried or even heard of before, including 12 cents that we're going to go over, a couple of different product types, and all the information that I think you need to know as an informed and educated consumer. That sounds good to you guys. The only thing that I ask is a quick thumbs up on the video. Thank you. My name's Dan, by the way. All right, let's jump into this. So today we are talking about the company known as Rugged Pirate Beard Co. Rugged Pirate Beard Co. got the little logo there. They're out of Florida, and their owner is named Nick, and I believe he was a pharmacist at a hospital. I'm not the most knowledgeable on that type of stuff, but to me it screamed like pretty intelligent dude. And this company has a very fair price. It actually was like kind of taken back. Their oils go for $16.95 on the website. This is not an affiliate. I do not have a personal discount code. However, it does look like on their website they have first 10, all caps, to save you guys 10% off. And I believe, given the name, it's on the first purchase. So if something speaks to you in this review today and you do want to give them a try, hopefully that'll help you guys save a little bit of money there. And yeah, we're going to jump right into it. First off, the unboxing experience was pretty cool. I would imagine somewhat standard. I don't know if there's anything different, but of course they had their stickers. Many of you are stickers people. They had some, okay, also a little sticker there. They also had these little like toys in here, like a little pirate, like little rubber ducky guy. I like those little touches when companies had like little trinkets or candies. And then they had this really cool coin. Now, I am a clinically diagnosed adult ADHD, so I always have fidget toys. Something like this will remain a fidget toy for me. And I know some of you don't care about that stuff. You're like, save some money, just put it on. I get it. I think it's a nice touch. I think it's a nice experience, especially for the first time. So the unboxing experience, got that little skull right here. The unboxing was pretty cool. I was a fan of that. Now, let's go ahead and get into the products. As I said, $16.95. Let me read you guys the carrier blend on their oils, and it is Jamaican black castor oil, jojoba, argan, meadow foam, sweet almond, vitamin E, and then a blend of essential and fragrance oils. Now, this is a thicker viscosity oil. It's not the thickest that I've used, but it's top 2 or 3 of like good quality companies for the viscosity. I'm more of a medium light to medium guy, sometimes medium thick. I would throw this on the top end of medium thick. I think I can show you guys here how, and you get like a little idea. It's not going to do the best job, but it is decently thick. And one thing that I did want to share with you, because it just kind of, I noted it the first time I tried this company, and then it kept happening. Their dropper tops are a little bit frustrating for me. They seem absolutely normal, but when I draw the dropper top, it doesn't always get filled with oil. And this is a cry of 12 different oils here. It doesn't always get filled with oil. Sometimes there's a lot of air in there and like air bubbles. And then sometimes it'll only get a little bit. Not a big deal. I know about in my hand how much I need, but it can be a little bit frustrating, a little bit slower. And I do think some of it has to do with the viscosity. Being that it is a thicker oil, there could be a challenge there. I don't know if it's anything for them to look into, but for my review process, I do need to share all the things that I observe as if a friend was telling me things that I would want to know. So just want to make sure I pointed that out, and who knows, maybe it helps the company out there. All right. The feel, though, is really good. It is a thicker oil, so you do need to understand that. If you're not used to thicker oils, it's going to feel a little bit heavier. It's going to feel a little bit stickier. In a way, I know it's not the best word for it, but if you've tried thicker oils, you're like, yeah, Dan, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Slower absorption rate. So it's not going to be soaking into the skin and hair as fast. And for a lot of people, a benefit of the thicker oil is it does give you a little bit of styling. It does give you a little bit of hold. Now, this one works for me. I found my best of best results with this company when I mixed it with an unscented, thinner viscosity oil. When I thinned it out a little bit in hand, oh man, it really came to life. These are strong, complex scents as well. So full transparency, when I would mix the thinner unscented, it would kind of mute the scent profile a little bit. You guys know I'm more of the lighter scents. I don't really need to broadcast it. However, many of you love the strong, the loud, the complex. There's a lot of options in here that are going to suit you well. So I will say that was when I had my best experience with the oils, when I thinned it out a little bit. All right, let's run through the scents here. And again, if you guys have any question about the ingredients, the viscosity, the performance, this is the first time covering this company. I'd love to dive in deeper if you have any questions. I know not everything is about scent, but we got 12 different scents here, so it's going to take up a chunk of the video, all right? All right, so the first one that we're going to go over is Hidden Cove, and I'm going to try and be a little bit quick on these, so we're not spending 30 minutes on scents. And this scent profile is fresh dirt. We have bergamot, we have amber, we have grapefruit. And full disclosure, I did start with this one on purpose. There's a lot in here that might not be for me, but I'm going to do my best to describe them accurately because I do know it'll be for many of you. So I didn't want to start off with a string of like, not for me, not for me. This one is for me. I do really enjoy this one. It's bright. There's a little bit of cologne vibes to it that I did not expect, but it is lighter. It is refreshing. It's kind of like a bright cologne. I really enjoy the Hidden Cove. And I actually have that as well in the liquid beard butter, which I'll come back to and kind of explain to you guys why this is a product and it give you kind of the rundown. All right, next one we have here is Long Leaf. Long Leaf, and if you notice, they have really nice, unique art on these ones. Some of these I used 2 or 3 times. Some of them I'd only tested once, but I did test every single one of these. And we are looking at tobacco. Pipe tobacco, Cuban tobacco, tobacco leaf, oud, cedar, vanilla, patchouli, caramel, and tonka. A lot of these are going to be that layered, very complex and strong company. And this is a tobacco scent. You get the dry tobacco, you get that wet, natural tobacco. I'm not a tobacco guy, so it's not for me, but I do believe that if you're a tobacco fan, this is a nice new little twist that you'd probably find exciting. Followed by, we have here Blackbeard, one of my favorite stories I've covered from the history side of beards. And that is tobacco, vanilla, leather, amber, oud, and patchouli. Yeah, and this one, again, a lot of things that they do are going to be something that's like classic with a twist. So this is a vanilla tobacco. But then you add in the oud, you add in the leather, you add in the patchouli, and it adds a couple of layers to that. Manly, strong, dark type scent. Again, not for me. I hate that I have to say that, but I do need to be honest. I do need to make sure I'm conveying the experience here. I'm just not a fan of patchouli. I'm just not a fan of tobacco, especially don't like vanilla tobaccos. But again, guys, if that sounds like it's a profile for you, if you're the one that's like, finally, I'm waiting for the scent profiles that are the opposite of Dan, there's some in here for you. All right, next one is 1776. And please know the quality of these scents are pure. It doesn't smell like a fake Yankee Candle. It doesn't smell like something that was pre-mixed and bought and sent from China. I can tell that this owner is a craftsman. I can tell that he really likes to work with scents and make them layered, make them complex. So I do respect that a lot. We are looking at bergamot, sea salt, black pepper, oak wood, spiced baked apples, tobacco leaf, aged rum, leather, and amber resin. Whew. And this one is, so I do like this one. This one is brighter. It is sweeter. There are some layers in there that are like, what? In bottle, it kind of smells like a candy, almost like a Sweet Tarts or a Shock Tarts type smell. But in beard, it really mellows out. And you almost get this lighter, there's kind of cologne vibes on a lot of his scents. And you get this kind of brighter, sweeter cologne that comes out of there. And I love bergamot. It's probably my favorite smell in all of beard products. But then beyond that, that black pepper adds a little spice, adds a little bit of that cologne kind of vibe to it. And then you start rolling in the apples, you start rolling in the rum, and you just get almost like a brighter fall cologne. Yeah, that's exactly what I would call that one, a brighter fall cologne. All right, and then next up we have Sword of the Seas. Sword of the Seas. And we are looking at graphite steel, grape musk, absinthe, stainless steel, black pepper, bergamot, saltwater, oak moss, stone, gunpowder, and amber. Whew, there are a lot here. If I could make one suggestion to the owner while I'm on scents, is rather than including all of these, because most of us get lost and overwhelmed with so many notes, and we can't create a picture in our head of what it should smell like or what the theme is that you're trying to go for, and that can lead to confusion, my advice would be to pick out 2 or 3 key notes that are the essence of this profile and display those. Maybe put that on the front of the label, and then if you want to break down every single scent ingredient, do that on the ingredient list. But I really believe it helps out almost everybody to guide them to the creation that you think you're trying to create the story of the scent, and let that lead. Because this is something that, and I've been doing this for a long time, I can't make any sense of a list like that, and I know most consumers can't either. So just something to consider, simplifying what that message is for the scent, and I think it's a win for everybody. And so let me give my take on this one again. It is Sword of the Seas. This one is smooth. This one is enjoyable. This one might be my favorite. The first one is the one I wore the most, but I do really enjoy this one. It's not exactly a cologne. It almost reminds me of, and it has a bunch of different stuff on here. It almost reminds me of being by the ocean in the morning and you get a nice breeze. And it's like brisk, sweet air, crisp air. Very, very, very nice. I'm going to leave that as my favorite so far. And then we have Greybeard's Hideout. Greybeard's Hideout for this one. And we're looking at double leather, bourbon, tobacco, neroli, bay leaf, amber, patchouli, elmy, cedarwood, musk, vetiver. Yep, and this one also is not for me. It's just not in my personal preference for this one. I don't know what that scent is. I don't know. I believe the one that sticks out to me the most is that bourbon. I've just never been a fan of alcohol scents. I don't drink alcohol myself. I've never, even when I did years and years ago, I never wanted to smell like alcohol. But I cannot deny the fact that so many of you do love that scent and it brings back memories and you enjoy it. That would be an alcohol type scent for me, just not my thing. All right, next up we have Clockwork. Clockwork. Clockwork has a scent profile of blood orange, bergamot, cardamom, pink peppercorn, bay leaf, spiced rum, cypress wood, tobacco leaf, palo santo, damp moss, oud wood, smoked cedar wood, sea salt, black leather, driftwood, smoked vanilla bean. Woo! I do double down on my feedback earlier. Simplify. Simplify. I really feel strongly about that advice, and I think it can help out the company in many ways. Yeah, so this one would be on the bright notes immediately. You get more of that sweetness, and then as the sweetness falls away, there is more of an earthy undertone. So this would be one to me that is earthy, but also citrus fruity. Different than anything else we've had there. I do enjoy that one. All right, next one is Nautical Noel. Nautical Noel, and we have white pine, fir balsam, Douglas fir, birchwood, oud, black spruce, tonka, and clove. It's Christmas. You walk into a store that has Christmas decorations, this is going to hit you. You know the little pine cones that they have by the door that are scented? It's not as clovey, which I'm thankful for. Clove is my least favorite scent in all of the beard world. It's more fir. It's more Christmas. It really is the Christmas shop when you walk in. When the holidays come around, I'll reevaluate that one to see if it goes in my rotation. All right, next up we have Squiffy Planks. I don't think I butchered that one, but we'll see in the comments. Blackberry, absinthe, blackcurrant, cedar planks, rum, burnt sugar, vanilla bean, tonka. Woo! And this one is sweet. This one is even too sweet for me. It's kind of candy-like. It is very bright, very, very, very tight, sweet scent. If you like the dessert, the candy, the sweet scents, that's going to be one for you. We got 3 more, you guys. Next one up, we are looking at Keel Hall. All right. Scent profile of rum, coffee, vetiver, bitter almond, sugarcane, and sandalwood. Lighter, smooth, still kind of warm and manly. It's not a bright scent. It's not a sweet scent at all. Very, very smooth, very subtle, almost like in the caramel type world. And it's not caramel out there, people. Just smooth, warm, almost a caramel, like not on the sweet side, but the savory type side. Very, very right here. And I'm okay with that one. It wasn't a love. It wasn't a hate. It was like, okay, I see you. All right, then two more. We have Gasparilla. Love that. Love that. And the scent profile on Gasparilla, pipe tobacco, Cuban tobacco, cherry wood, spiced citrus, water lily, jasmine, cedar, patchouli, sandalwood, spiced rum, Tahitian vanilla. Tahitian vanilla is one of my favorite scents that hasn't been used a ton. It's got a little cherry to it. Woo, love that. Yep, and this is a different take on a tobacco scent. It is a sweeter take, a cherry take, a brighter take. I'm not a tobacco guy, but if I had to pick one, this would be my tobacco out of the bunch. Then the last one is Seagulls. Just Seagulls there. We are looking at Ancient Soil, Galactic Downpour, Temple Stone, Shadow Oud, Carbon Froze Coconut, Embers, Water, Grit, Lime, Green Milk. I think there's some Star Wars references in there that fall flat on me. I'm not a Star Wars guy, sorry. And this one is bright. This would be a sweet cologne, a bright cologne. And there are some themes here, right? He does have some brighter, sweeter scents that are similar in nature. He does have some darker, manly scents that are similar in nature. If I could give some feedback on the scents, and this is, again, just my experience, I'm only a dude sharing my thoughts here, I would kind of consolidate and simplify. If I'm a new consumer coming to this, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to pick. Simplify, hit the major categories, and then maybe lean on some limiteds. Lean on some seasonals that you can bring back, but help that user get to that end choice a little bit easier. All right, two other things. They do have a traditional beard butter, and the beard butter is a 2 ounce. I would call this a full body beard butter. It does have some oomph to it. It does melt down very easily, very nourishing, very enjoyable. Really, really like this. I did get it in the end of Michigan summer from Florida. No issues. They had like a little plastic tab on the inside that when it sealed down, I think kept everything in case it melted. That's awesome. Now he is coming from Florida. They do have what they call liquid gold, aka beard butter, and essentially it's your liquid beard butter. And so what are the pros and cons? Liquid beard butter, the only difference really between a liquid butter and a solid butter is removing the long chain fatty acids. What make this solid is the same thing as this, but you're just taking that aspect out. Think about coconut oil that you see in your cabinet at home. It looks right semi-solid. It looks like you could scoop it and hold it. Then think about fractionated coconut oil that you see in beard products, straight up liquid, thinner viscosity. They're removing the part of that coconut oil that makes it more solid. Now, with that said, if I had to pick between which one was more nourishing, the normal butter has more nourishment. That's just how it works. But this one, you don't have to worry about leaking from it melting. With this one, you don't have to melt it down in your hand at night. There are some advantages to this. Totally situational, totally personal preference related. I enjoy both of them. I probably use the traditional butter more because I will put the butter in, tie my beard up in a knot at night, and then go to bed. However, when I travel, liquid butter is a savior for me, an absolute savior. Whew, that was a long one, you guys. We covered where they're from, the price, the ingredients, the scents, the feel, all of that. What questions do you have? What feedback do you have on anything that I talked about today? Please drop it down below. And especially if you've tried this company, please leave a genuine experience. Was it the best you've had? Was it really good? Was it not for you? Anywhere in between. We want to make sure the community has their say as well. My name is Dan C. Bearded. Thank you for watching today. Please stay bearded and stay positive.